G'day there, my name is Hannah. We are here with the wonderful Emily Swallow talking all things Mandalorian. Emily, great to have you here. How have you been loving your time in Australia so far?
It's been such a fantastic trip. I kind of don't want to go back.
Good.
I've been here, I think, almost 10 days now. And we started in Adelaide, and then we came to Melbourne, and my husband is here with me, and we have had so much good food.
Yes.
And we've gotten to go, he had never met a koala. I did last time I was here.
Yes.
So I took him to meet some koalas and some kangaroos,
amazing.
some wallabies.
Yes.
Which is just, it's magical.
Great. It's a part of the experience.
I can't imagine, does it ever get old if you live here? Okay,
Never.
good.
Yeah. You get them in your backyard and still amazing every time. Still amazing every time.
And the people are just incredible. I mean, that's the best part of the trip. So it's been really good.
Let's talk about your experience being the armourer.
Okay.
First off, I want to know about your process getting into that zone. Do you have any rituals or processes to get you in that zone of being this character?
I love when it's time to play her because she gets me into such a grounded, centered place. And I need that energy in my life. I feel like I always learn so much from the characters that I play. And this is definitely one where to serve her, I want to be as kind of tranquil, but not, not like numbed, not zoned out, but just available to receive. And so I do when it's a day of shooting for her. Before I get in all the gear, I definitely spend some time, and I mean, I connect to my spiritual side, and for me that means prayer and that means meditation, and then I kind of just have to be ready for. Honestly, there's so much sitting around and waiting on all of the fantastic technical things that are happening. So I do find that I have to really get in a place where I'm ready to focus on what those most important objectives are for the day, for her storytelling-wise, because it's easy to get distracted. And then I have to stretch a lot because the costume is sort of cumbersome.
Yeah, you gotta.
When you're in it for a while, you can't really move.
Yeah.
So any chance I get, I do take off some of those armor pieces and just move around. Because otherwise, I think it's really easy for my energy to just it makes me want to go to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Well, on the other side of that, of the tranquil calmness that she does really embody, the previous season 3 that we just had, which was phenomenal, you did so much more combat. You were active in this one. You were thrashing around. You were taking out some people. How was that getting prepared for this season? Doing some training, combat training, prepping for that. What was that your routine and training like for that?
I really have so much to owe to Lateef Crowder, who is the stunt fight Mando, because he so generously gave of his own time to help me learn a lot of this fighting style. And JJ, who was our stunt and fight coordinator, he took time whenever I wanted it to try to bring me into those sequences, because the thing about television I've learned is that you don't get this huge period of time to train, and oftentimes because everything's going so fast, they would rather use stunt people. The producers would rather use stunt people. So I really, if it was something that I wanted to do, I really had to know what I was doing and make sure that I could do it fast because they didn't have time to wait for me. But I love that. I love learning. Because for me, it's just another part of the way she communicates. And so to get to learn that part of her physical expression, to get to understand how she moves that way was so helpful to me and just so much fun. So the more I'm trying to, and I'm continuing to train to learn that fighting style. I'm working a lot with Lauren Kim, who was my stunt double in season 1.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
And it's just such a gift that I have an excuse to do that because of this character.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And your relationship with her character is, you've gone on for 3 seasons now. How have you grown to understand this character more from season 1 to season 3? What's your relationship with her like?
Well, I really appreciate that in this most recent season to see her be open to a new way that might not work. And I think she took a tremendous risk in making Bo-Katan sort of the leader, not knowing if Bo was going to go along with it, with this new, in the humility that she had recently discovered, not knowing if she would be embraced. But I think that it says so much about the character, and I think it says so much about John and Dave's ideas of a good leader, that they would create this woman who was, sort of the embodiment of the way, and leave on your helmet, and you have to do things like this. And she is willing to say, you know what, maybe I don't know the best way. Yeah. Maybe there's a different way that we can all do for the good of our people. Yeah. And let's try it. And it might not work, but we're going to give this a try. And I love that she's developed that way, and it makes me respect her even more. So that her journey in season 3 was really, really satisfying to me.
Yeah. Satisfying. Well, thank you for sharing that wisdom and knowledge of the love we have for the Armourer. Thank you so much, Emily. Enjoy the rest of your time.
Thanks.